This segment is brought to you by Fry's Family Food. Crafting food, inspiring change.
Pashi, we're back in the kitchen, but this time I feel as if you're taking me on a journey.
Yeah, most definitely. I think Fry's products are so versatile, and we've gone to Italy. And what we've done here is actually use the patties to create a meatball and pasta. So, it's never boring, it's always exciting, and it just shows the versatility of this great range.
Pashi, I've actually had a look at some research which actually shows that a diet that's rich in plant-based products is actually good for your health.
Oh, most definitely. And I think what you have here with this dish is the balance of carbs, protein, and good fats.
What I love about the Fry's products is that the meal's not really boring. It's so versatile. I mean, today you made meatballs.
Yeah, and that's the fun about this. You can really get into the kitchen, try these recipes which can be found on the Fry's website or the Fry's cookbooks which can be downloaded. And you have this world encyclopedia of just fun stuff to do with vegan dishes.
So you've actually made these meatballs using the burger patties.
That's exactly it, and it's so easy. I'll show you exactly how to do it step by step. This dish in total will take you 20 minutes and making meatballs from scratch. The Italian way.
The Italian way. Let's do it.
Hi guys, welcome to the Fry's Kitchen, and today it's another episode with Cooking with Kim and Pashi, and we are from My Kitchen Rules Season 2, and we were the finalists. So today, Kim, what are we doing?
Today we're going to be taking you to Italy with Fry's and making a beautiful penne pasta with crispy meatballs.
Who doesn't love meatballs and a good pasta? So let's get cracking. Kim, I think the water's already boiling. So what you have in there, babe?
So in here I just have water, olive oil and some salt, and I'm going to just toss in our pasta.
Okay, so we're only going to use half because we're making just 2 portions for ourselves, but that will be perfect for 4. So while that's happening, guys, the most intricate part of this dish, other than the sauce, would be the meatballs. It's very easy. What we're actually doing is using the traditional burger patties from Fry's, which is already made. So all you have to do is add a bit of panko breadcrumbs, a little bit of dried basil, and what you're going to do is start tearing that beautiful patty up. Once it's defrosted, it does get a little softer, so it's very malleable and easy to use. So we've taken this beautiful patty and started to tear this into that panko and basil crumb. So once that's done, it's going to be beautifully mixed together and shaped to form meatballs. And who doesn't love meatballs on date night?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay, so guys, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Okay, there's a bit of basil in that, and as you can see, it's very easy to mix together. The breadcrumbs actually bind this together. We're not using egg because it's a vegan recipe, but this works perfectly. And that beautiful breadcrumb, especially panko, which is a Japanese breadcrumb, actually gives it a beautiful texture, Kim. So you're gonna break away, guys.
And it works really well with al dente pasta. Al dente means it has a slight bite on it.
Yeah. So you're gonna just roll that beautifully. And that's 1 a meatball. This is a 2 a meatball. So guys, it's very, very easy. You want to put maybe 3 or 4 into one serving. It depends on the size you could make. You can also make the traditional style, which is the much bigger balls, but these are definitely bite size.
So today I'm going to be doing a beautiful Italian pasta sauce called a Marinara. Basically what it consists of is onions, garlic, passata, which is blended tomato, some dried basil, and also you can chop up some fresh basil and toss it in.
Oh, there's nothing like having the mix of the two. I think it works perfectly. Hey,
yeah, it adds the freshness. Yeah. And I'm going to get cracking on that. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil and then saute our onions.
The most important thing about a good sauce is that you cook it low and slow. As I said, the next day it's even better, and marinara can be made in advance. So if you make the sauce, make a big batch and keep it in the fridge and just add it to cream to make, an arrabbiata or different kind of methods. You could do a lot with this. So this is just a base. It's an easy dish. We're using penne right now because it's easier to eat, but you can also use spaghetti, which is just as good. Spaghetti and meatballs, I mean, it's a classic. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm letting the onions saute. to get to a translucent color, and then I'm going to add in my finely chopped garlic. And then the rest of the ingredients will get tossed in.
So there's about 4 cloves of garlic.
4 cloves of garlic, 1 whole finely chopped onion, and 5 tomatoes in our passata.
And the trick with this is to try and cut it really thin so that the garlic actually dissolves. And it always adds a much more authentic flavor to the sauce.
You got to just watch this very carefully to make sure your onions don't burn.
Yeah, especially the garlic, because the garlic can go bitter when it's burnt.
The pasta's looking like it's doing well. It just needs a bit more time, about 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes, it's a thicker penne. So you want to have it al dente. Al dente means to the tooth. And what that is when you bite into it, it still bounces back. So it's got a bit of bite. It's not soft. The Italians love it that way, but again, guys, it's your preference. If you like it softer, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just more of a textural thing. So, babe, that's looking really good. I think we can add the passata in.
Yes, can you pass me that? Thank you. So passata is just blended tomatoes. You can buy canned tomatoes as well, but it's always nice to go fresh.
Yeah. That's smelling really, really good. So once this happens, Kim's going to throw in some basil and then drop that heat and let it go low and slow so those flavors really, really get infused. Can I help you tear that basil in? So this beautiful basil that we're going to drop in. I like to put it in earlier so that it infuses. Hey, Kim. And some dry basil just lifts it a bit more.
And really brings the flavor in the tomato base.
Yeah.
And then we're going to just crack some black pepper, which is a must. It's a staple, black pepper and salt.
Yeah.
And if you want, you can add a touch of sugar as well.
Yeah, the sugar actually balances the acidity. Depending on the tomatoes, you can use some sugar to actually get that sweetness to come out. But some people like it acidic. Once again, it's your preference. I would rather keep it acidic if I'm using it as a pizza sauce. But if I'm using it for a beautiful pasta, I like to cook it low and slow, get those sugars to caramelize, and you have an intense, rich, velvety sauce.
And if you want to throw in some more spices, you can add a bit of chili, or you can also add oregano if you want to really fuse those flavors in your base.
Yeah, cooking's all about having fun in the kitchen. And yeah, whatever your taste profile, go ahead and experiment.
And most important, taste, taste, taste.
Of course, and I think that's what we'll do. And we are going to start with the beautiful meatballs. So the trick is to get a beautiful crust onto the meatball before you toss it into that sauce. So what I'm going to do is get a beautiful pan, and we are going to start heating that up with some olive oil, and we're going to pan sear these meatballs. Thank you. So once again, we're using a beautiful, rich, extra virgin olive oil that's very buttery. That'll create a beautiful crust on the meatballs. So these meatballs have the panko crumb, if you remember, and that's gonna bind it, but also create a beautiful sear. So I'm gonna start placing that in.
You want to hear a slight sizzle when you put it on.
And that's perfect. You don't want to overwork them. Just place them gently and let the magic happen. And this is pretty easy, guys. So you could be doing your chores, doing whatever you need to do, and this will take care of itself. All you have to really worry about is the meatballs, but that takes literally 3 minutes, and you can place them into the sauce, and you're good to go. The sugars have caramelized, and the sauce is ready. Because what you're gonna do is basically add the crispy meatballs into the sauce. You're gonna strain the pasta, and then add a bit of pasta water and toss that through.
And the exciting vegan Parmesan, please let us know how you made it.
Oh yeah, so the vegan Parmesan is basically vegan cheese that we've used with the breadcrumb, and we've tossed the slices in, and what we've done is we've worked that into the crumb. So we've actually merged the two together to get a fine, almost Parmesan textured cheese. And this is what it looks like. So guys, we're not missing out. The vegans, we've created something here that really works, and you can sprinkle it on just like Parmesan.
Innovation.
So now we're just gonna flip this over. As you can see, that's beautiful color on the meatballs. That's what we want, that's texture.
You want it to brown nicely.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do with the sauce, we're going to blend it to get it nice and smooth, and then I'm going to put it back on the stove, and Pashi, you're going to?
Toss the meatballs back into the sauce. What that does is it creates a beautiful, creamy and rich sauce without actually adding cream.
So I've blended our marinara sauce, which I'm going to just put the paste into the pan.
That looks beautiful. You can actually see how creamy it's become from that air that's in the blending process. So we're going to toss these beautiful meatballs in. And you're going to give it a stir. We can add a bit of the breadcrumbs and some of that vegan parmesan now just for flavor. And then this is the magic. We're going to add some of that pasta water with the pasta.
It's going to thicken the sauce as well.
It'll also thicken the sauce from the starch. And then we're going to just toss this gently into that sauce and let it just all beautifully coat and merge.
It's smelling so beautiful.
So
I'm
good.
actually salivating.
And you can actually tear a bit of basil now and just drop that in.
So if you do want a redder coloring to it, you can add tomato paste.
Puree. Okay, and then the final thing to do is just a little more seasoning. One more pepper.
And to top it off, some vegan Parmesan cheese.
And we're going to plate that up now so you can see the finished result. And that, guys, is a beautiful meatball and penne pasta.
With beautiful fries, meatballs, and lovely penne pasta.
The Fry Family Food Company have gone beyond the impossible for your health and taste buds. Many think it is impossible to get enough protein from just plants, but Fry's new improved, traditional and spiced burger recipe now has more than 14% extra protein. Plus, the burgers are tastier and juicier than ever before. Look out for the new packs with the red label, available in the frozen section of select retail stores nationwide.